fellow kaiju non-kaiju fans? Godzilla Co here, and welcome to the next kaiju film review. Today we will be reviewing Giant Beast Gappa, or Gappa, the Triphabian Monster. Releasing into Japanese theaters on April 22nd, 1967, and gracing American TVs that same year, it was in the middle of the mid to late 1960s kaiju boom, and was one of the 5 kaiju films that was released in Japan that year. 7 if you count the 2 kaiju films from South Korea. Now, for the origins. According to the 2 writers, this film was only made to procure government funding, as at the time, the government was funding any kaiju film, if I remember correctly. It's produced by Nikatsu and directed by Haruyasu Noguchi. It's written by Gon Yamazaki and Ryuzo Nakanishi. The director of special effects is Akira Watanabe, and the music was done by Seitaro Omori. With the cast, we have Tamio Kawaji as Hiroshi Kurosaki, Yoko Yamamoto as Itoko Koyanagi, and Kaisuke Inoue as President Funazi. Hiroshi Atami and Takashi Kanagi shared the male Gappa suit. In contrast, Ken Misugi and Shiro Toba shared the female Gappa suit, and the one in the baby Gappa suit is currently still unknown. Now, to the story. An egg hatches in a cavern of Obelisk Island, which is home to an indigenous population. The creature is taken to Japan and is used for scientific study. Back on the island, 2 adult individuals, who turned out to be its parents, come to the cavern to find the hatchling missing, and attack the village before heading out to find their child. They make landfall in Japan, and mess up a few cities while they're at it. In no time, baby Gappa is taken to an airport to hopefully draw its parents over to it, which works. The small family soon reunites, and they fly off into the sunrise back towards their home. So my thoughts. The acting was decent. None of them were standouts except for Kaisuke Inoue. He sold the greedy businessman well. The characters are nothing to write home about, especially Hiroshi Kurosaki, whose one line is nodded. There's hardly any development in any of the characters. Just bare bones. Funazu just kinda switches at the end, and he ends up being fine with releasing the baby Gappa after being against it for half of his screen time. And he begrudgingly watches the reunion, and that's when it kind of switches for him. The plot is nothing to write home about either. It's something that's been done before, like in Go-Go, but I will say it does change at least something, with there being 2 parents instead of 1. Special effects doesn't hold a candle to those of Tsuburaya, and in other things, it's really apparent. But they're not terrible. Once more, the suits are nothing to write home about. Some people described the kaiju designs as a cross between Rodan and Godzilla, which I can see, but at the same time, it is a little bit unique with a change in eye color. I also love how the adults had sexual dimorphism and how different the baby is from the adult individuals. I appreciate the effort they made for these creatures. Also, I like that the parents' eyes glow different colors depending on the mood, like glowing red when they're angry or frustrated. Another thing I love about, specifically, the female Gappa, is that when you see her in Japan for the first time, she's holding an octopus in her mouth to give to the hatchling. It's the little things like this that complete the creatures for me. The score is just a kaiju score. Nothing to really say much about it. It really doesn't really have any memorable tracks for me. Overall, it's a kaiju film that I think excels with the characters of the monsters, while not so much with the human characters. It is a good film for what it is, despite some of the problems I had with it. Also, I've heard that this film is a spoof, and I didn't really go into this viewing with that in mind. So this review might be a bit unfair to the film as a whole because of this. So with this in mind, I might do another video on this movie, or I might have it be a subject to a future Kaiju Rambles episode. Maybe that can happen next year, because 2027 will be the 60th anniversary of Gappa. So, let me know what you guys want me to do down below in the comment section. Now, I would like to thank everyone for joining me in this Kaiju film review. I have a link to the Facebook group of Kaiju Rambles down in the description. You guys know where to find my other socials. And now, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more content, and comment what you think of Gappa down below. Now, I shall see you guys next time on Kaiju Film Reviews, where we will be going back to perfection. This is Godzilla Karu, signing out.